Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. I hope you've had a fantastic couple of weeks. Hope things are going well for you. I hope you celebrated Halloween with the biggest grin on your face and just enjoyed the nice festivities going on. I know I'm getting older now because of how many of my friends and other people are just griping about Halloween this year, about how it's changing. Everything's changing, man. Everything's different, and I don't like it. There's a lot of people just very, very open and talking about how different it is now. Because I guess a lot of people don't just go trick-or-treating on actual Halloween. It's all Beggar's Night stuff. You know, it's the day before Halloween, so everybody does it then rather than doing it on actual Halloween, which is fine. I think that's been around forever. But apparently even those are going by the wayside. People aren't even doing Beggar's Nights where you go from house to house and walk around the neighborhood and, you know, develop a sense of community. No, apparently everybody's opting out to go to those trunk-or-treats where, you know, you all just show up in your cars and you just you take candy out of people's trunks, you know, the things that we were told as children to never do. You know, never go up to a stranger's car and never take candy out of a strange car. Just all the things we were told not to do. Now you're taking your own children right into there. You're just like, this is how you do it. I think that's where all my friends and people I've been around are starting to see that trend in there, and they're just like, I don't know how I feel about this. And I don't know. I guess I kind of get it. You know, we're removing the exercise portion of trick-or-treating by doing that. You know, when you only have to walk 3 feet between each person giving you candy, and you already have a giant bag of candy within 30 minutes. 30 minutes when we were trick-or-treating as kids was a haul. Okay, you were trying to hit up multiple houses. Sometimes you'd start walking 2 houses, just turn their lights off. That means they're closing up shop. They're done. Dunzo. They've turned off all the Halloween decorations. They've frightened enough kids. They've gotten their fill. They're done. They're turning off the porch light. They can't deal with these sticky-fingered kids coming up and grabbing the candy out of the dish anymore, okay? A lot of them threw wrappers on their lawn, okay? They're tired of it. Okay, they're fed up, so they closed shop early. So you got 2 houses in a row flipped off their lights. They're not open, so you got to go down to the next one that's open. You might, you know, depending on where you live, you know, the neighborhoods could be spaced out. You live in a well-off-to-do community that they have some plots of land. You gotta hoof it from door to door. You know, it's not like you got 3 steps up a stoop off the sidewalk and you're right next to a door. No, you got to walk a half acre and then all of a sudden walk up the sidewalk to their front door. I mean, you're hoofing it. That adds some steps in, okay? When back in my day, we were getting our 10,000 steps in on Halloween night. You were getting it. You had to earn those trick-or-treats, okay? You just hoofed it from house to house. And that's why you wanted to eat candy afterwards. We were depleted of calories. We might as well have done the New York Marathon while going out and trying to collect candy. But now, trunk or treat, dude, they've gotten rid of that. No more exercise when it comes to that. We will just have our kids shuffle along, and we will turn them into Wall-E creatures soon. They will soon need rascals in order to go from car to car during trunk or treat. Removing the exercise portion of trick-or-treating is pretty fun. It's funny to me. I mean, trick-or-treat makes sense for little kids, because trick-or-treating for them, doing those long journeys, that's tough. But it also builds character, right? You know, it teaches them if you want candy bad enough, you're going to have to walk. You're going to have to go on a long, extenuous journey, okay? You're going to be like, if you're going to dress like Frodo from Lord of the Rings, you're going to have to walk like him. Sure, you have no concept of what Lord of the Rings is, and you're 4, and I dressed you up like this, but this is what you have to do. You gotta walk to Mordor if you want your fucking candy. You want a ring pop? You want the one ring pop to rule them all? Well, you better walk. Get going, Mr. Baggins. I didn't get this Gandalf costume and dress up all these kids like hobbits for nothing, okay? We're walking around the neighborhood. Just one parent just super adamant about having to go on the long journey as Gandalf the Grey. Yeah. But, I mean, to each their own. Times change. Things are changing. It's, it happens, It's good, though. I think it's good, you got to create your own little traditions and do fun things, And I think it's just, things will forever change, and that's fine. And that's fine. Although, sometimes it's hard to change old habits. Your old habits die hard. I'm trying to do a nice transition in this, but I can't. I'm just annoyed with myself. I'm just so annoyed with myself, dude. I did a thing that's just despicable. Just one of those things that I said something that's just complete nonsense. That has no real tangible meaning to it. It's the dumbest thing to say, and it just makes everybody in the whole conversation feel like I'm being a prick, including myself, And it's a really simple thing, but it's been gnawing at me because as a phrase, it makes no sense, but you hear people say it all the time, and it's dumb. I had one when I was hanging out with my buddy Sam Hershock. Shout out Sam Hershock. And we were just talking about bands and all sorts of stuff, watching the Limp Bizkit live performance from Abu Dhabi. By the way, underrated bro hang is just going over to your boy's house and just hanging out, drinking a couple beers, and just throwing on some live concert. Try it out sometime. Just put on Stone Temple Pilots playing live. You just search any band you like live. Somebody out there has put out a full performance on YouTube for them. And it's a good time. Just hang out, listen to the live music, drink a couple beers, tell some stories, tell some lies. It's a good time, okay? Underrated hang, watching live band performances on YouTube. But he decides to hit me with a fun little fact. He goes, yeah, I was watching some behind-the-scenes stuff the other day about Aerosmith. And did you know the song Dude Looks Like a Lady is actually about Motley Crue? And I was like, and I responded with, I feel like I knew that. That is one of the dumbest phrases that ever come out of my mouth. I feel like I knew that. What does intuition in my feelings have to do with knowledge up in my brain? Oh, I feel like I might have had access to that fun fact at one point. That is fucking nonsense to the highest degree. I'm flabbergasted that I've said that over these years and never even thought about that statement. It's so arrogant. It's a dumb phrase. It's so arrogant. It's that I don't want to feel stupid in that moment. So I'll say I don't know that I have the actual wherewithal for sure that I knew that fact, but I feel like I knew it. I feel like, you know what, go tell your professor if you take a test in college that you're like, I felt like I did really good on the test. I felt like I knew all the answers on that test. Yeah, turns out you didn't fucking know the answers on the test, just like I didn't know that fact, okay? Maybe I heard it once. Maybe I did. It benefited the doubt completely. Maybe at one point or another, I thought I've heard somebody say that before. Maybe I was just in a bar one time, drinking beer, having a good time, and some dude hit me with that fact, just like Sam hit me with that fact. And I was like, and I just put it in the back of my brain, and maybe I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. That doesn't mean I feel like I know that. That's fucking insane. We have to stop saying that as a culture. Everybody, you can't feel like you know something. You can't, okay? That is a crazy statement. And maybe I'm just overthinking it. I probably am. That's what I always do. I'm always overthinking stuff. But I don't care because that bothered the shit out of me. Ugh. That'll be the advice I give young bucks from now on. You never say you feel like you know something. You either know it or you don't. Man up. If you don't know right away, or you just say I didn't know that. Just let them have the little win. Why did I feel like I wanted to have that win? Why did I need to say, oh, I feel like I knew that prior to you, so I guess I beat you to the punch there. That's a fucking insane thing to do. Even if I didn't do that to try to jet myself forward to be like, oh yeah, no, I've definitely known that stuff for a while. I knew that for a while. Even if I did, and the fact that it's a fact about Dude Who Looks Like a Lady by Aerosmith, I feel like I gotta have the one up on this. I have to have the first comment from like YouTube back in 2002. I didn't even feel like I meant to do it that way, but it feels like there's like some kind of underlying subconscious thing that was just like, no, I gotta feel like I was on top of this and I knew this already. Why? I feel like I knew that already. Fucking dipshit. So, even though Sam will never see this podcast probably, I apologize to you that I tried to steal your fun fact from you. That is a low thing of me to try to do. And I will from now on try to do better. And I hope everybody part of the Not Worth the Time community will do better to realize that they can't feel like they know something. They know it or they don't. Such a fucking stupid thought, isn't it? So stupid. Anyway, should we hop into the things we found this week? I think I've rambled on enough. Let's find out what dumb shit I have. Now, I've got 2 articles here. We'll see if I need both of them. I feel like I might, but I found, from our favorite new magazine, New Scientist. Yeah, dude. If I've been ripping all of these from my Libby app, you're goddamn right, guys. I'm just getting articles from magazines via my library app. And you know what? It fucking rules. Get yourself a library card. Get free shit. There's free movies and free books and free magazines. It rips. It's better than Instagram. Finally kicking off Instagram. I'm still on my phone, though. I'm just reading really dumb stuff like in People Magazine and New Scientist. But everybody loves coffee. We all love coffee. I feel like 75% of the world has to just be on the bean. They just all are cranking away at caffeine. I love it, dude. I had a coffee this morning, and different coffees definitely do different things now. I used to be like, it's all the same shit. It's caffeine. It's the same shit. Yeah, I thought that until today. Like, I had a nicer coffee that we've been saving, we just kind of have in the back. I have, like, the normal... I don't even get Folgers. I get fucking Target brand coffee, dude. Just their Good and Gather whatever brand, dude. Just their knockoff of Folgers. And that's what I drink most mornings. And I enjoy it. But I got this nice coffee. It's called Mississippi Grog. And it's good. It's good stuff. I do like it a lot. I've had it before, but I haven't had it in a while. Put it in. I drank 2 cups of that. Guys, I haven't taken a morning dump like that in a while. Let me tell you, Mississippi Grog runs down your leg like the Mississippi. Okay, I had the mighty Mud River shooting out of me this morning. It was glorious. Okay, you don't need colon cleansers. Okay, you just need a good cup of Joe, and you'll clean yourself out. But coffee beans come in all sorts of different ways. See, like I was just explaining. And apparently there's an even weirder way that coffee's coming. And now it makes me want to research all of my coffee because I don't know if I really want this kind of coffee. But why coffee bees extracted from civets poo is so delicious. Yeah, you heard me right. A type of cat They're taking its coffee beans out of its shit. This thing eats coffee beans. So a cat with the cat-like reflexes and speed of a wild cat is also consuming caffeine. That's dangerous. Let's read. Coffee beans collected from the feces of a chevet. I think that's how you say it. Chevet. It's Civets for those who aren't video watching. By the way, if you want to watch me struggle reading this, go to youtube.com and search Comic Wade Taylor. Have unique chemistry that may explain why such beans have prized for their flavor. Asian palm civets. Civets? I'm going to say civets. That sounds better. Are mongoose. Oh, they're not even fucking cats. I thought they were cats. They're mongoose. Oh, sick, dude. They also rip on BMX. So these guys are crushing caffeine and then doing BMX, dude. Hell yeah. Like animals native to South and Southeast Asia. Civet coffee, also known as Kupuluk, I don't know, Jesus, is one of the world's strangest luxury brands. The beans sell for up to $1,000 a kilogram. What? However, the Animals Welfare Group accuses the industry of keeping chevets caged in terrible conditions. Oh my God! So it's not even naturally occurring. They're just getting these fucking poor mongoose in cages and getting them addicted to the bean. And it's not even the natural cocoa, because if you have to mass produce mongoose's shitting to get the coffee bean, I mean, goddamn, you think of like, the only reference I have for this, unfortunately, is chicken farming. So I'm just picturing giant chicken farms with fucking mongoose in them, and you're just feeding them the bean. And then, I'm assuming that a specific type of bean. We'll continue reading here and figure out. But as you guys know, I love to pontificate as we read. A specific type of bean probably yields a better flavor. And you probably can only get so much of that bean, so they're probably bringing in other strains of bean. We're bringing in different strains of bean, man. See, the mongoose can make a hybrid, It's got an indica sativa blend to it. So just being a fucking bud tender for a mongoose trying to feed it coffee. Anyway, so I'm just assuming there's probably a cap, so you're not getting the best quality still out of this, even though it somehow was still making better tasting coffee. I don't know. To learn how coffee beans are transformed after passing through the Chivets, I'm sorry. I'm going to call you PSA, PAS. I don't want to butcher your name, and you're probably a very lovely scientist who studied this at Central University of Kerala in India, and his colleagues collected coffee samples from 5 coffees growing farms near in the Western Ghats Mountains range of India. Okay, Chavets live wild within these farms, none of which have been kept in cages. Okay, so they're just naturally out there munching on some coffee bean and then shitting them out. And then farmers they're double dipping. So they have their normal coffee that comes not out of a mongoose's anus. Not the Slumdog Sludge that's coming out of a mongoose's fucking ass. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then they have the mongoose Slumdog Sludge that they sell at a premium cost. Okay, I'll continue on here. The researchers obtained nearly 70 Sayet scaps containing coffee beans and also manually harvested beans from the plantation's robust coffee trees. Before running a suite of tests that looked at the key chemical components like fats and caffeine, total fat was a significantly higher in the civet's beans than those from the trees, while caffeine, protein, and acid contained were slightly lower. So, wait a minute. There's more fat in the Chivets coffee, and there's less caffeine and protein. That's okay. I want the non-shit bean, please. I want the protein. I want all the caffeine. Okay, please give me that. I don't. If I want fat in my coffee, I'll be like all those hipstery people who, for a while, were just like, "Hey, we're gonna put fucking butter in our coffee." Every morning, I'm just gonna take a nice slap of butter, just like I was gonna put on my waffles, or I'm gonna put it inside my coffee. I'll do that, okay, if I want more fat. I don't need a mongoose shitting to add fat to my coffee. The team suggested that a higher fat content in the Chivets coffee may contribute to the unique aroma and flavor profile and the lower levels of protein, which may result in a decreased bitterness. See, I like a bitter coffee, though. See, so this mongoose is eating bean, shitting it out, adding butter flavor and getting rid of the bitter taste of my coffee and taking away my protein. I can't get my sick gains from my coffee because this guy, he used the protein in his, and now I'm just, so you're eating buttery shit coffee with no protein. Not bitter, I guess. Listen, it's a crazy phrase to be like, holy, yeah, you know what? This coffee bean went through a mongoose's anus, and it's less bitter. I don't think I would ever describe shit as being less bitter than coffee, okay? I just can't get it. Sengu says Cage Civets is cruel and hopes to develop an artificial fertilization process. Once we know the enzymes involved in digestion and fermentation, we may be able to artificially make Chivets coffee, he said. Oh, great. Oh, great. Don't you guys love that? Don't you just love hearing that? Oh, we can just, we'll just use this with old-fashioned science, We don't want to get then it'll be even more of a premium. Oh, my God. Oh, you want mongoose shit coffee? Do you want the one made in a lab? Do you want artificial this, or do you want natural butthole coffee? That's fucking nuts. Everybody, yeah, God forbid you just let the weirdos who want to drink mongoose poop just have their natural mongoose poop. And then there'll be a movement. There's going to be a movement that says the artificial one doesn't give you the same benefits, man. Oh, if you don't want the same actual benefits, you better let the mongoose take a shit in your fucking coffee maker. Otherwise, it's not going to taste the same. Stop drinking poop coffee, guys. Just stop it, okay? This is insane. The first person to do this was a fucking psychopath, and India, I know you have some ways of treating punishment, doing capital punishment. I hope maybe you might have taken it out on this guy. That's fucking insane. The first guy who got caught scooping coffee beans out of a mongoose's poop, that guy better have been just stranded in the wilderness for days on end, and somehow he just happened to find it and goes, those are coffee beans. I have just enough fresh water and a fire going that I could actually make coffee. And he did it out of pure desperation. He told everybody it tastes better than regular coffee because he didn't want people to think it was weird he was drinking shit. He was just coping. He was coping with the survival technique, and that's the only reason why this is even a thing now. And somehow he started a business, and he sells it for 1,000 a kilogram. I think it's a kilogram. I don't even know what kg stands for. I'm a moron. This is why this show's called Not Worth the Time, because I'm a rambling idiot. And guys, that's why I want to thank you for listening to Not Worth the Time. And if you like this show, you want to go over to punandgame.com where you can find this show, Who Gives F, my other show with my older brother that comes out weekly. If you miss me wanting to talk and you want to hear my dumb voice on a weekly basis, go check out that show. It's fantastic. And then we have the backlog of all the other great shows we've had on the Pun and Game Network over the time. So punandgame.com is where you can find all that great entertainment for your ears. And if you want to support the website, you can go to the Pun and Game shop there where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punandgame.com. So get yourself something nice, and don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWTPOD, and that gets you free shipping at checkout. And guys, if you really, really enjoy the show and you want to watch it, see clips, check out clips of my stand-up, see the video versions of both my podcasts, you want to go over to YouTube.com, search Comic Wade Taylor in YouTube, and you'll find that. Hit subscribe, hit the likes, hit the comments, whatever. Doesn't matter. Even if you don't hit like or any of that shit, subscribe. Just check out the stuff. And a lot of you guys have been checking out. We've just hit we're at 242 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. It's really cool that you guys are checking out all the stuff, liking the sketches that I've been putting out, the stand-up clips, the clips from this show, my other show. Really appreciate all the support. It means a lot. I'm glad people are just enjoying the content and I'm putting it out. It makes it worth it. It's nice. So, without further ado, guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. I'm Wade Taylor. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.